Okay, so you want to know what K-pop is? Well, let's start at the beginning. K-pop comes from South Korea.
What is South Korea?
It's this place over here between China and Japan.
But what is South Korea?
It's this itty-bitty bit of land split into these two ittier-bittier bits of land after a scary war, and now one of them has missiles that they sometimes like to shoot over Japan for funsies. So anyway, now we're here.
The Third Republic.
In the 1960s, this guy decides he wants to be president, so he declares martial law and puts in place a government to his liking and begins the Third Republic in 1963. So he does lots of good stuff like restore relationships with Japan, make art museums, establish technology, and improve the lives of the middle class. The poor are still poor, but we're trying to fix that. Election time again. Park wins by a landslide. But wait, the Democratic Party wins most of the seats in the parliament elections. Park declares a state of national emergency and goes back to martial law because that was much more fun. He dissolves the National Assembly. Suck that, Democrats.
The Fourth Republic.
Despite social and political unrest, the economy continues to flourish. Except South Korea is still really tiny and the world is really big, so what will they sell to other countries? How about technology, like cars, computers, and appliances?
Tigers and bears.
Thanks, South Korea!
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Park decides he will be president forever.
Forever! 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 No, you can't do that.
Watch me, bitch. Watch me, woman.
Most people don't like that. Park leans on the KCIA for support.
Just like the CIA, but with a K.
The director of the KCIA says,
Sure, I'll help you.
You know, like a liar.
then he kills Park and takes over.
The Fifth Republic.
This guy's the president for a whole 6 days before this guy kills him.
Fuck this!
Suddenly, the economy doesn't suck. There's art, TV shows, movies, music, museums, and poetry. China's a military dude, and people don't like military dudes. More students protest.
Dude, these kids are whiny.
But they can vote again. Now there's an election every 7 years. Chun loses, we're in the Sixth Republic.
The Sixth Republic.
This is like Star Wars. Is it plagiarism if you're taking it from a country's past? Is history royalty-free? This guy tries to establish communication with the North and reunite broken families. There's even a female president who was impeached due to some shady things. Now this guy's president in South Korea has all these companies that sell shit all over the world, like cars and phones and washing machines. But life still isn't great because none of that shit is enough to support an entire economy and feed the peasants. Korea's in debt. But you know what always brings milkshakes to the yard?
Talent, glamour, cool, K-pop.
And that's what you missed in Korea! Let's talk about K-pop, the main export of South Korea.
Year of our Lord!
1885, this Methodist dude and two of his closest friends named Horace. He had two friends named Horace?
Yes.
What are the odds? I've never even met anyone named Horace, let alone two. Decide to become missionaries, and they bring all their dope Christianity to South Korea. He teaches the kids American folk songs, but changes the lyrics to Korean, and they become Changa. The Japanese banned these songs during their rule because they hate fun. Actually, it's because the lyrics are not so nice about the Japanese, and they don't appreciate being made fun of. Changa becomes trot music, and when the Americans are chilling after the Korean War, their pop culture starts to affect Korean trot music. Before the Sixth Republic, there were two broadcast networks, and the government controlled everything.
Should we let them listen to something different? No. American Pie, on loop.
And this guy, yeah, remember this guy from the opening? No? He established the Korean Arts and Culture Ethics Council in 1975, so the government really controlled everything.
And they still kind of do.
Anyway, everything pretty much sucked until 1987 because whatever was popular was on TV and what was on TV was popular. But in 1987, South Korea was democratized and American music started to blow up. Talent shows were a huge deal because that was where bands got exposure. Korea's music industry got its start during the advent of TV, not radio, so TV made their stars.
South Teji and boys.
Who's that?
Sao Teji, those are his boys.
Sao Teji pretty much invented Korean rock music.
Not true, but he was pretty influential.
But after his cool heavy metal band broke up, is Kiss still alive? Are they still around?
Yeah, they're still touring.
Wow, you can like fact check that on Google before you wrote it in here.
Stay on book, please?
He hired these two and went on a talent show to perform their single, Non Arayo.
Those are his boys.
Not only did they lose miserably, but they got the lowest score on the entire show. Still, the people didn't give a shit and their single flew up to #1 on the charts. They were different because they wrote their own songs and pushed boundaries by talking about societal pressures and teen angst, which are big no-nos in the Korean culture.
I'll keep all my emotions right here, and then one day I'll die.
Then the big three rolled into town. And started cultivating idol groups. There was, in parentheses, it says spoken really quickly, HOT, TVXQ, Rain, Super Junior, Girls' Generation, Shiny, Big Bang, EXO, Holland, Wonder Girls. Can you not? I'm trying to record here.
Gangnam Style. Op, 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 oppa Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady.
We really hope we just blasted you back to 2012. This guy broke into mainstream America and rocked our world. The Gangnam music video has 3.2 billion views at the time of this video essay and is listed in the Guinness World Book of Records. But you know what these bands really did for Korea? They brought in... Monday. Like we're talking a casual $5 billion industry.
right.
So how did they get here? Some K-pop stars get cast just walking down the street, but if you aren't pretty enough for that, you can audition like a normal person.
What did you eat to become so hot? So I was like, rice.
There are typically 3 stages to auditioning. You have to be to represent their company and therefore the entire country of South Korea. If you somehow make the cut, you become a trainee and enter the period of hell. Trainees join at around 12 to 15 years old and take night classes for singing and dancing, giving them 15-hour days. They live in dorms with other trainees who all have 0 life skills, like literally none. They would starve in the wild. They have strict diets, workout schedules, and on average train for 5 years to debut. Being a trainee doesn't automatically mean you will debut. Some people quit because it's too hard. Others just suck. Remember Korean talent shows? Now the bands compete to form new alpha groups. This creates a fan base before the groups even debut. Now it's time to sign your
Slave contract.
You've just won strict bans on dating and public appearances. Their contracts are demanding because training is fucking expensive. Trainees are put in groups to fill roles. Leader, dancer, rapper, singer, visual, matinee, and happy virus. Congratulations, your trainees are now rookie idols. And now they have to practice together because they need to be marketable to young girls, they.
Fuck you too, bitch.
Girls' groups' music videos are often specifically targeted for censorship due to sexual dance moves, clothing, or themes. Other times, music videos will be banned for dumb reasons like violation of public property or pretending to be sushi. Sushi.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Was it like real fish? Congrats on your super secret collection of hot people who can learn choreography.
Market those kids.
I'll take a music video for 30,000 won.
Every year, K-pop idols get cold, so they hibernate for a couple months and then boom, a comeback.
컴백. 정한도경, T.A. 공기순관, 권우빈호. 모두 같이 놀자.
Comebacks promote their title tracks and are produced and choreographed by foreigners from places like Sweden, Netherlands, and the United States who have worked with the likes of Justin Timberlake, Beyonce, and other people who were sacrificed to the Super Bowl.
Let's be freaking losers. Get out of your mind.
Music videos have multi-million won budgets. Many artists have over 1 billion views like this guy and these people who received over 35.9 million views in the first 24 hours of the release of one of their videos. The songs and music videos are often released in multiple languages: Chinese, English, Spanish.
I'll take aesthetics and branding for 2 won.
Many groups have a concept and overall idea that their look and music videos revolve around. Music videos are full of dope cinematography and production design. It's literally film school porn. Emphasis is put on aesthetics over story with a focus on high fashion. Male K-pop idols commonly wear makeup. Androgyny is a selling point, and Korea knows everyone likes shiny things. K-pop idols must look the part at all times. Gucci, Balenciaga, Ralph Lauren, Louis Vuitton, Adidas, Versace.
We want you to look like you didn't put any effort into your outfit, but if you mess it up, you owe us $10,000.
They have endorsements, become actors or hosts on popular variety shows when they get older. They promote the shit out of everything because they're basically on camera 24/7.
I'll take anal bum cover for $7.
We got high quality packaging. Collectability, you like pure boys? We got them. Dark boys got that too. Sexually confused boys literally on top of it. Same shit, different packaging. Screw you, give me your money.
You know who has a bunch of disposable money? Teenage girls. Girls fight over merchandise and spend piles of money to collect them all.
Sassing fans.
Overly obsessed, some of them even drop out of school to stalk full-time. That's dedication. They do some crazy shit.
I mean, go hard or go home.
Anti-idols.
People who want to hurt idols. One of these nuts tried to kill his idol by slipping liquid adhesive into his beverage to seal up his throat. Spoiler alert, he lived. Sometimes K-pop stars fuck up.
There was that one chick who dated that one guy for quite a while until people found out that she had actually been married to Sao Teji for 9 years.
Also, Sangri from Big Bang is all about those Japanese karaoke prostitutes and is involved in scandals with them whenever they tour Japan, but he has a kink against Japanese women.
But the real kicker can be found in beautiful Siwon Choi's French bulldog Bugsy. Beautiful Bugsy been a restaurant CEO from which she contracted sepsis and died 6 days later. When asked to put his dog down, Choi said no, and Bugsy's still alive to this day. Fucking wild!
Sometimes K-pop stars sue their companies to get better working conditions for other K-pop stars, but not always.
Remember TVXQ? Yeah, well, they had a lawsuit that resulted in a pre-made model contract, which helped fix particularly nasty slave contracts.
Super Junior back at again with those accomplishments. They had a dude named Hank who was Chinese and really wanted to be in their super cool boy band when no foreigners had ever been in K-pop before, and the government was like,
No.
So they had to go to court to allow him to work in Korea. Now a bunch of foreign people can work in K-pop too.
So why is K-pop suddenly making waves in the United States, the literal king of pop culture? There are several groups that have made tiny waves in the US market, but there was one group that was the tsunami of K-pop, and they are
BTS.
BTS was formed in 2010 by Big Hit Entertainment. Unlike other groups that put on this perfect image of themselves in Korea, the whole point of BTS is to talk about the struggles that teens face in Korea and around the world. They also talk about the struggles as K-pop artists. Another cool thing that these kids do is produce, compose, and write all their lyrics themselves. They create and manage their social media presence, which is unusual for Korean artists. Not to mention they fucking rock. Get ya a boy who... BTS has changed the nature of K-pop studio culture and the way idols are produced. They are challenging worldwide depictions of masculinity and the range of acceptable expression in K-pop. The approach they took to building their fan base and interacting with fans was record-setting and kickstarted a lot of the internet presence we see from groups today. They collaborated with Nicki Minaj, Steve Aoki, and they paved the way for other K-pop groups to break into the Western market.
Please welcome BTS.
What's good, Korea?
Nicki Minaj.
Diamonds like a rainbow. Yeah. Bring out your eyes, but don't lose your brain. Yeah, touch the 발광 we flash. 주지 안 되는 stage. This isn't real. This isn't regular mode. 머리 어깨 무릎 봐, let's get. Don't get a break.